Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Watty's channel. Thank you again for joining me for another episode. So today's episode is kind of going to be a pickup video of sorts. It's going to be kind of a positive interaction that I've had with the seller recently. It's also going to include a negative interaction for a recent purchase. So originally I was trying to hold off to make this video because I did pick up, or at least I tried to pick up, 2 Holy Grail items. And yesterday was Tuesday, the 15th, I believe. And one of the items that I had purchased had come in, but it wasn't quite what I was expected. And I'm actually not shocked at all. So a few months ago, a buddy of mine, you know him, I've talked about him and his channel, Chad, over on Chaos Collectibles here on YouTube. So he talked about a purchase. You guys know, if you've watched his channel, that he collects a lot of statues and whatnot. And I can't remember if it was Mercari or Etsy. I'm thinking it was Etsy. And he spent a lot of money, purchased this item off Etsy, and what he received in the mail was like an envelope, one of those little mailers that are like that big and that wide. So obviously he had to go through Etsy to get a refund for his purchase. And I purchased a Holy Grail item, not just for a particular line, but for my entire collection. And it was a Series 2 carded Dusty Rhodes Hasbro figure. And yesterday when I got my package in the mail, same thing. I got like a little small envelope. Kind of like funny that they threw like a little Pokemon card in there or something. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I was so disappointed, man. I kind of was expecting it because... So, Dusty Rhodes on card is a very rare figure. Now, I'm not saying that 1 or 2 people in the whole world have it. I'm pretty sure hundreds of people, if not thousands, have a carded Hasbro. But, I mean, compared to most, I mean, that to me, I think is still very rare regardless. And here's the thing. I know, and I say it all the time, you know, value of an item is what someone is willing to pay for it, right? But at the same time, you've seen people list this item for $2,000. You've seen other sellers on eBay list it for $3,000. I'm sorry, but they're not $3,000 figures. They're not $2,000 figures. They're not even $1,000 figures. At the time that these figures came out, they were like $5 pieces, right? And I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that, you know, sellers, and I understand trying to want to get the most bang for your buck and all, but you're ripping off buyers, and it's just, to me, it's abuse. I have a Series 11 green card. Who was it? I'm trying to think who it was. I think it was Ludwig Borga. That's who I have. And I'm selling it on like both eBay and Mercari for like $400. You know, see which site sells first. But at the same time, when you actually go back through the history and you see how the item sells, it sells for $400 plus. So it's not like, you know, I'm trying to rip anybody off. I'm just trying to do the market value. And when you're looking at like something that's maybe $300 to $500 at most, and you're charging thousands, I hate that. So there were a lot of red flags on Mercari, and I chose to ignore those red flags in the hopes that I could acquire a Holy Grail item. So I think I paid like $520 for the item. With taxes and shipping, I think it probably came out to be like $550, $600, I don't really remember. But so $520 purchase price. And when you look at these items selling for $1,000 plus, you're thinking you got a phenomenal deal. But when you go through Mercari, you're seeing all of a sudden all of these sellers. And this video is also going to act as a guide to try and help other buyers in the future learn from my mistakes. And like I said, I chose to ignore the red flags because I was just hoping that these were honest new sellers. It's just a bunch of new names, zero feedback. Everybody listing a Dusty Rhodes figure for like $500-$600, and it's hard enough to find one figure on a card, but to find a bunch of them on Mercari simultaneously, you knew it was a scam. But I had to risk it for this particular figure. I actually put an offer in for like $470 or something. But shoot, after that, I waited a few minutes. I'm like, nah, I can't take any chances. Let me just buy it, do the buy it now price, knock it out. And like I said, you know, there's a guy that responded, you know, called the guy a scammer, which I'm like, oh heck, you know, I'm not alone thinking this. And sure enough, got my package yesterday. No Dusty Rhodes. Got a Pokemon card. So now I'm going through this whole anguish of going through Mercari to try and get a refund and everything. And it's so stupid. I mean, I'm trying to explain it to Mercari as well. This guy says he's out of California, yet the tracker shows that he shipped out of Florida, and the return label has it going to Hawaii. I'm literally being bounced all over the United States. Anyways, enough of that. That is my Dusty Rhodes story. Sadly, that was supposed to be a new Holy Grail item. And with that acquisition, I was supposed to be down to a Series 8 carded Hasbro of Bret Hart. And that would have completed the collection. But alas, I am still searching for a Dusty Rhodes figure. But in this video, now I don't really use Facebook. A buddy Eric, he told me to create a Facebook account because it would really help, I guess, you know, expand my horizons, expand my audience by creating a Watty's channel Facebook account. And I don't use those type of social media accounts. I don't use Twitter or Facebook. What else is there? Instagram, anything of that stuff. So when I created the account, but I really don't do anything on it. I mean, I've reached out to a few people that I buy from, or you know, that I've been in contact with, and you know, added them as friends. But like I said, Facebook is just there. It's not anything I utilize. But I did sign up to a few, you know, Facebook groups, you know, LJN groups, Hasbro groups, and whatnot. And one of the sellers on Facebook, and what was his name? Oh man. You know, I'm going to pause the video because I forgot the guy's name, and I want to include his name in this because he was great to work with. So I will be back in a second. Alright, everybody. I'm sorry about that pause, but I kind of had to verify because I buy from so many people, man. It's just really hard to keep track of all of the names. Obviously, the people I buy from on a more consistent basis, I'm very familiar with them. But so Jeff Stout on Facebook, if you get a chance to look him up, if you're interested in this particular figure I'm about to show you, he does have one left over. And I've talked about, so I do have these guys on dual card, right? And I've talked about how they're so impossible to find on single card. And it's weird when you do find the single cards because you never know if they're like real carded figures or if somebody just did a makeshift creation for this. If it's like a custom job. But I'll go into it a little bit more. But I did finally pick up one member of the tag team on single card. And it is Dynamite Kid. I'm getting so freaking close to completing this collection, and it makes me so excited. So with this edition, that means Dynamite Kid. I'm just looking at the shelf right now. Dynamite Kid on single card. Oh, excuse me. Davey Boy Smith on single card. Davey Boy Smith on single card, and blue shirt referee. Again, the referee's like the Hogans. I have one variant, so do I really need the others? I have a white shirt referee on card, so do I really need the blue shirt? Not really. So I could technically consider that part complete to an extent, but I really want the blue shirt as well. You know, I got both SD Jones, red and yellow, so, you know, why not get that? White shirt and red shirt Hulk Hogan. I have them on Series 6 re-release black card, but I don't have them on blue card. So technically I could say those two. I could say the blue shirt referee and Davey Boy Smith on single card. That's it. That's all I need to complete the collection. If I want to get into more variants, I got 2 out of 3 carded of Jimmy Hart. Uh, there is a bearded Corporal Kirchner that I'm gonna put on. I'm gonna create my own MLC for. So not really mint on card, but I'm gonna create one for that. So that's 2 out of 3. Elizabeth, I came across a purple skirt Elizabeth. Yeah, you got the one with the gold, but I really want the purple skirt too. So when you start getting into those variations, it is going to make it a little bit deeper, but as long as I get the main line complete, I'm golden, right? So there's kind of an interesting thing about this Dynamite Kid figure. You can notice how he moves around. He's not like super still in there. The arm positioning, because one arm here is fine, but then you got this extra arm here. And I'm trying to think. Is that like an SD Jones fighting pose? It's got to be, right? Because look at the bottom here. SD Jones. So, Dynamite Kid. I'm assuming that's an SD Jones bubble. It could be something else, but you know what? No, not Ultimate War, because the arm on the left side is too high up. But let's say an SD Jones bubble with SD Jones at least cover. Now, if I open this package up, there might be another poster in there, but I'm assuming that the SD poster and cover are the same. And you've got a Jim Brunzell bio card. And when you actually look around the rim of this card, it does not appear to have ever been opened or resealed. So I talked to Jeff. I'm like, hey man, do you have any idea why they do this? Because I've come across a similar feature with Davey Boy Smith, and I thought it was like a custom job or something. That's why I didn't buy it way back when. But it was like same thing. Davey Boy Smith with like an SD Jones bubble, and I don't know, Adrian Adonis or Hulk Hogan card back or something, bio card. So it was kind of weird. So what he tells me is because a lot of these were manufactured in the UK, and because they had so many of these tag teams, like the Killer Bees as an example, they just put the re-releases on single card. Obviously, they have the 2-pack, but they came out with the single card. They just re-released the same characters on other tag teams like the Killer Bees. And so that's why you kind of get this makeshift bubble and card backing with these figures. I'm like, okay, that's kind of interesting history right there. But I'm happy with it. It cost me a pretty penny, but no more than what I think it would have cost on eBay or anything like that. So, a little bit of dirt at the top here. Obviously you got some creases, but man, this was such an important pickup for me, and I was so grateful to get, Dynamite as part of a single card release. And like I said, man, just a couple cards away now from completing the main line, and I'm super crazy excited. Again, Jeff Stout on Facebook, he does have one more Dynamite Kid available. The card isn't as nice, but it's still, worth it in my opinion. This one was Jim Brunzell. I can't remember who the other one was. It was a different bio card, but if you guys are interested in this, I think you're probably looking at about $800 for it. And to be honest, I think that's more than fair. The Davey Boy I saw on eBay way back when, like I said, was like $1,000. So you're well within that price range. He puts in what was it? There's a $25 shipping fee because he does, you have to sit there and you got to sign for the package and everything. You got to have the package insured, of course, because of the price and whatnot. So, but if you guys are interested, check that out. Another seller, not in this video, but maybe in some subsequent videos, a seller on Mercari, Harvey, what was his name? Harvey's, dang, I want to say Harvey's, but no, that's Jeff Stout. So Harvey's I'm sorry guys, I'll have to look it up, and I'll tell you guys when I do the video for him. But he's on Macari, Hulkman01. I forget. He's got like this weird $sign. And I'll leave his contact info in the description as well when I post this video for you guys if you're interested. But over the last couple weeks, I've purchased a lot of figures from him, a lot of custom LJNs. And this last shipment that I just got in today was 6 new managers, 6 new custom managers. I haven't gotten any feedback about anyone who's interested in seeing a favorite manager tournament, but I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and do that tournament because with these figures, some more that I just put an offer in today, I have so many different variations of the managers. I think that would be a crazy fun video to make, or fun tournament to make. Again, with all of the new acquisitions of wrestlers, managers, I could actually do a third my favorite LJN tournament. Even if at the end of the day, if you say, well, you know what, the same guy that won the first 2 wins the third one. I don't know if he does, because there are about 3 or 4 new figures I've gotten in that I think could really challenge for the top seed. So that should make things interesting. Now, here's the thing, guys, I want your opinion. If you would love to see a My Favorite LJN Tournament Part 3, or, Year 3, however you want to describe it, I want to make those tournaments. I really do. But I want to make them for you guys. I can film them and, watch them myself and then get a lot of enjoyment from it, sure. But, I don't want to keep making videos that you guys aren't interested in, right? So I'm thinking if I do make that tournament, though, it's probably going to be like 1 or 2 posts a week. It's not going to be like an every 3 days, post a new tournament video. Like maybe, let's say, every Wednesday and Saturday, as an example, I'll post a tournament video. So, let's say it expands to, with all these new figures, let's say 35 videos. So, let's say 36 videos. 2 videos a week, 18 weeks to get it done. I mean, how many people out there really want to wait 4 months or more to finish a tournament, right? But, I mean, it's something to look forward to. And it still allows me the opportunity to do more real chat videos. It still allows me to give you more videos I'm accustomed to making, like my favorite figures list, or shout-out videos, or talking about just new acquisitions or whatnot, so... Alright guys, that is going to close out this video. Like I said, it was supposed to feature 2 main figures. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the first one in, and that really sucked. But otherwise, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video overall, and kind of learn, or kind of, will pay attention to those red flags. I never want to tell anyone don't buy from anyone with 0 feedback, because, you know what? When I created Macari, when I created my eBay accounts, I didn't have any feedback on any of those. And, it's not like I was buying before I had any sales. My sales were the first things the first feedback I got. So, there's always going to be new sellers. So, 0 feedback isn't necessarily a red flag, but it's just kind of, what they're selling, how much they're selling, and what they're selling the items for. If you've got a $3,000 item that you're selling for $500, yeah, red flag. If you got a new seller and he's got 0 feedback, but he's got like 15 items listed, that's something to tell me that is a legitimate seller. So, hopefully, this helps other buyers be better prepared in the future. So, that's all for now, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Look forward to talking to you in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.